This is not just a simple liquor flask, it is a small theater of Bacchus, made of precious porcelain designed to impress during an aristocratic banquet. Every satyr, every cluster, every animal, every gilding speaks the language of wine, of celebration, and of the great figurative culture of Capodimonte. In front of you is a very rare 45 centimeter tall porcelain liquor bottle, hand-painted and gilded, from the royal factory of Capodimonte and the plastic culture of Giuseppe Gricci. The work is not just a container for a sublime liquid, it is a tabletop sculpture. The central body is shaped like a small barrel supported by satyrs, animals, vine tendrils, and clusters of grapes. At the top, as an iconographic crowning, a Bacchus appears. The choice of the Bacchus is decisive. It is not a generic decorative figure. It is the character most suited to the content of the small barrel, as it directly evokes wine, liquor, controlled intoxication, and the aristocratic pleasure of the table. The stopper of the small barrel is shaped like a young Bacchus. This solution combines function and iconography. The stopper closes the container but at the same time declares its meaning. The small barrel was likely intended to hold a liqueur, rosolio, or another particularly precious distillate to be served. But at Capodimonte, the function is never trivial. It becomes a spectacle, an invention, a story. Here, the wine is not just a substance, but it is staged. The plastic structure is of great complexity. The small barrel does not rest on a neutral support, but on a living world. Satire, animals, leaves, clusters, and tendrils create a living base, unstable only in appearance, built with an extremely refined sculptural direction. Porcelain is treated as theatrical material, capable of movement, depth, and surprise. It is precisely in this creative freedom that the culture of Giuseppe Gricci, chief modeler of the Real Fabbrica di Capodimonte, is recognized. Gricci does not conceive of the object as mere pottery. He transforms it into a scene of theater. Viewed from the back, the work reveals an essential fact. It is not designed to be observed from just one side. Every part is refined. Each side retains its own compositional quality. This suggests a table setting, likely in a high-ranking social context, where the object could be observed from multiple viewpoints. The small barrel was therefore intended for a circular view. It was meant to surprise the guests as their gaze moved around the table. The work preserves not only the polychromy, but also the original gilding. This point is fundamental. Gilding is not an accessory detail, it serves to simulate the metal bands of the barrel, to highlight the profiles, to illuminate the vines, and to transform the object into a luxury item. Polychromy builds the narrative. Gilding establishes its rank. Together, they declare the aristocratic destination of the work. And it is in the details of the small barrel that the precision of the invention is captured. The staves are suggested by thin engraved lines. The golden bands mimic the metal rings of a real barrel. The front gold and silver tap documents the liquid drainage system. This functional realism is typical of the more sophisticated tabletop objects of the 18th century. The barrel is not simply imitated, it is reinterpreted as a sculptural, symbolic, and convivial object. Hidden under the base, the embossed Bourbon lily appears. It is important to clarify this point. It is not a blue mark. It is not a painted brand. It is not a mark stamped cold after cooking. It is a stamp impressed into the dough during the shaping phase before baking. This distinction is crucial. The lily should not be interpreted as a color, but as a physical imprint in the material. It is a factory mark, a Bourbon imprint, directly connected to the production of the royal factory of Capodimonte from the early period. Another beautiful example is Apollo and Marsyas by Giuseppe Gricci, now in the Capodimonte Museum. Upon returning to Naples, the royal factory of Capodimonte will initially adopt a solution with the acronym FRM topped with a crown, and then an N topped with a crown. Now the test moves to the material. In the images of the sampling points, two tiny shards about 3 millimeters can be seen taken from marginal areas to characterize the ceramic body and the transparent coating. The two analyses conducted at SEM with EDS microprobe by the CNR of Faenza measured a precise composition. In the ceramic body, silica reaches about 79% silicon dioxide, with alkalis exceeding 8%. In the transparent coating, the key data is lead oxide, about 44%. These values are compatible with the siliceous porcelain of Capodimonte and with the studies of the CNR on Neapolitan production. Here, the diagnosis does not replace the eye of the art historian, it confirms this. Model, embossed lily matter, and chemistry speak in the same direction. The Bacchino Porcelain, observed separately, reveals the dual nature of the object, an autonomous figure and a functional stopper. The lower part shows the graft. The upper part develops the Dionysian theme. The small barrel contains liquor, the cork depicts Bacchus as a child, and the base is populated by Satyrs. Everything is coherent. The rarity of the work increases when we compare it to another almost identical bottle, known in a version that differs mainly by the cork. In the other specimen, the cork depicts a young satyr with a goat. In our little barrel, however, the cork is a Bacchus. The difference is subtle but decisive. The satyr with the goat remains in the pastoral world. The Bacchus is more direct, more relevant, more allusive to the content of the little barrel. This comparison opens a strong hypothesis. The two rare small casts could have been designed as sides of a long banquet centerpiece. It was not an accessory. They were part of a convivial setting intended for wine, the table, and wonder. This liquor bottle combines three proofs: the plastic quality of Gricci, the Bourbon lily embossed in the mixture, and the chemical compatibility with the siliceous porcelain of Capodimonte. His Bacchino is the key to the story. The polychromy and original gilding declare its rank. The microscope confirms the material. The work thus returns to speak with the most authentic voice of the great Bourbon Capodimonte. Come and see it in person at one of our galleries. See you soon.